A Monroe City School employee is in the hospital recovering from a fractured skull. In a video surfing social media, the Carroll Junior High teacher's aide is punched in the head as he tries to break up a fight. Doctors managed to stop the bleeding on his brain, but his spirits are low because he says he doesn't know why someone would do this to him. Payne tells us he was trying to break up a fight between two teenage girls in the middle of the street when someone came up from behind him and attacked him. It's not something you see every day. Multiple fights in the middle of the street between teenagers. Now, David suffered 3 fractures in his face and also bleeding on his brain, which doctors managed to stop. The Ouachita Parish Sheriff's Office is still investigating the case. No arrests have been made. However, the suspect will be charged with second-degree aggravated battery pending their arrest. Frigid temperatures across a large part of the nation, and right now our major concerns are people, pets, pipes, and plants. But the cold temperatures can also wreak havoc on your car. Vehicles can become cranky in these temperatures. Tires can easily deflate. Oil becomes as thick as syrup, and the antifreeze may not work properly if it's not changed out every few years. Experts say warm up the car and check the tires before heading out in the morning, and state police say dress appropriately and have a spare blanket on hand in case you do start having car trouble on the road.
In case you do get stranded, if you need us for some reason, you can call star 577. That's our number through the cell phone. It goes to us.
Now, state police and DOTD say they're working together to keep the roads safe, and they also have salt on standby just in case the roads and bridges ice over. And our furry friends have to stay warm too. Make sure pets have some type of shelter to go into. If you have an outside dog, provide them with a dog house and some blankets. Also, check their water. It can freeze and leave them dehydrated. Much of the country is caught in an Arctic chill this morning, and some places today, temperatures will struggle to get out of the single digits. Don Champion reports from New York.
They have canceled or delayed classes today.
Now, in this kind of weather, doctors say serious frostbite can happen in 10 minutes or less. And still to come, a viral mani-pedi for a koala that went viral. Gene Mose will explain at about 5:55 right here on Good Morning Ark-La-Miss. Nixon was sentenced in Monroe Monday afternoon. 22-year-old Nixon will spend the next 17 and a half years of his life behind bars and 15 more under supervised release. Nixon pled guilty in September to 1 count of production of child pornography. Evidence presented at the plea shows Nixon used a male juvenile to make child pornography in 2012. He was arrested in Jackson Parish in December 2013. Monroe Mayor Jamie Mayo has big plans for the south side of Monroe. In fact, he's making it his focus for the new year. Mayo says South Monroe has a lot going for it, and he says some of the planned projects on tap for the new year will enhance these positives. He says the city will build a boulevard going into the zoo, improve the aesthetics of the area, and make some upgrades, with the zoo as well. Mayo says another priority for the year concentrating on affordable housing in South Monroe. Acknowledge South Monroe has its problems. It's riddled by poverty, crime, and when it comes to rain, certain areas flood. But Mayo says with some hard work, South Monroe could thrive. Today, Congressman Ralph Abraham will take the oath of office in a ceremony in Washington. The ceremony will take place at about 2:20 in the U.S. Capitol building in D.C. Abraham takes over the 5th district seat previously held by Vance McAllister. Abraham says he plans to remove the president's health care law and help pass the Keystone Pipeline bill. Millions around the country don't need reminding it's winter. Snow and cold temperatures are settling across parts of the Midwest and Northeast. As Don Champion reports, it's only the start of what's to come. It could get so cold this week in parts of the South that wind chills could plummet to the single digits in parts of Georgia. And still to come, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie has found himself in the internet fame as he scored a hug. Gene Mose will explain at about 5:45 right here on Good Morning Ark-La-Miss. Monroe Police Chief Quentin Holmes promised to have new officers on the force by the end of 2014. Well, the chief held to that promise, and today a majority of those officers will begin training in the police academy. First reported it in early December, but Sunday police responded to yet another call about an erratic raccoon in Triangle Park. Ouachita Parish Animal Control arrived at the park and picked up the raccoon. Kennel Tech Benny Fox says the animal has distemper, which causes aggressive behavior. He says in the past month alone, they've responded to more than 20 calls about raccoons. If you see this kind of behavior in a raccoon, do not approach it and call animal control or wildlife and fisheries.